Good evening to everyone. In this lecture, I am going to handle the topic limit gauges. Limit gauges are used for mass production purposes, inspection of many number of parts at a time. So they do not follow the line standards; they form the end standards. Okay, so they can be used to check the limits, upper maximum metal limit and minimum metal limit, and it will not check the actual dimensions. Okay, so they got the name limit gauges. So it check the limits, so they are called as limit gauges. Okay, so this is for the manufacturing of a cylindrical part, and this tolerance for this shaded portion represents the tolerance of the hole. This is a minimum limit, this is a maximum limit for the hole. So if the shafts are made between lower control limit and upper control limit, the go gauge is inserted in the holes, and if go gauge enters into the hole, and the product is accepted. So if the not go gauge, it should not go inside. If it goes inside, the not go gauge, if it goes inside, the product is rejected. If it does not go into the product, okay, then only the product will be accepted. This is a metal limits for the shaft gauging. So a cylindrical part is made, and this is a lower limit for the cylindrical part, and this is a maximum metal limit for the cylindrical part, and the go gauge is made in the form of cylinder. Okay, it has a cylindrical part, it has a hole, it has a hole inside it, as well as an not go gauge is a cylindrical part and it has a hole inside it. So the piston should go inside this hole. Okay, it should not go inside this hole. So it is designed in such a way that it should go inside the hole, and it should not go inside this hole. Then only the product will be accepted. So important points for gauge design: the form of go gauges should be replica of the form of the opposing mating part. Cylinder for piston, piston for cylinder. Go gauges enable several related dimensions to be checked simultaneously, and hence are termed complex gauges. One or more dimensions can also be checked with this go or no go gauges. During inspection, go gauges must always be put into conditions of maximum impassibility. Okay. Then not go gauges check a single element or feature at a time. Go gauges can be used to check several features, but not go gauges will check only one feature at a time. In inspection, not go gauges must always be put into conditions of maximum passability. This is a principles made by Taylor. Okay, gauges. The basic dimension, the exact size of part with all limiting variations are made. Limits are maximum metal limit and the minimum metal limit. Tolerance, it may be of unilateral tolerance or bilateral tolerance. Allowance, intentional difference in dimensions of mating parts. Fixed gauges, they are used for inspection purposes, and it is used for quick means of checking specific dimensions. If the product is made in very large numbers, if mass inspection has to be made, then the gauges should be used for making the inspection purposes. It is easy to use and accurately finish to the required tolerances. Okay. Then there are two main types of limit gauges. One is a plug gauge, another one is a ring gauge or the snap gauge. Okay, plug gauge is consists of an external projection, whereas the ring gauge consists of an internal feature, internal hole. Okay, ring and snap gauges consist of an internal hole. So this can be used to measure the holes, whereas ring and snap gauges are used to measure the shafts. Cylindrical plug gauge. So dimensions are usually stamped on handle at each end. Okay. So this is a go end, this is a no go gauge. Okay, these two they are go gauges at the one end and no go gauges at the other end. So go end is longer than no go for easy identification. Go end is made longer for easy identification. Many made with carbide tips to increase the gauge life. So they have to be inserted into the workpiece, so there will be the chances of wear and tear of the gauges. So they have to be made of carbide tips. Carbide tips are used for the tips of the cylindrical plug gauge. So this is a picture of cylindrical plug gauge. So one side will be go side, the green side will be go side, and the red side should be no go side. Similarly for these two diagrams, this is the go side and this is a no go side. Then plug gauges. So plug gauges are so this is a not go gauge, so it is marked as red, and it is a go gauge. Okay, it is a go side. Okay, this is another. So there are double-ended plug gauges and progressive plug gauges. In the plug gauges maybe two types: double-ended plug gauges. Go gauges at one end and not go gauges at another end. But in the progressive plug gauge, go and not go gauges are at the same end. So go and not go at the same end. This type of gauge is called as progressive plug gauges. Cylindrical plug gauge. Okay, this is a cylindrical plug gauge. Then ring gauges. So they are used to check the outer diameter of pieces. Okay, outer diameter of pieces. So ring gauges and snap gauges are used to measure the diameter of shaft. Okay, diameter of shaft. Whereas the plug gauges are used to measure the hole diameters. Okay, it is used to measure the shaft diameter, outside diameter of shaft. Okay, so they are ground and lapped internally to decide size. Okay, size stamped on side of gauge. Outside diameter is knurled and no go end identified by annular groove on knurled surface. Precautions and procedures similar to those are outlined for plug gauge. Okay, this is an ring gauge. It consists of a hole, so it can be used for measuring the shaft. Okay, they can be used for measuring the shaft. One is go gauge and another one is no go gauge. Taper plug gauges. They are used to measure the tapered. So used to check the size of hole and taper accurately. Okay, tapered plug gauges made with so some have go and no go rings scribed. Gauge fits into hole between two rings means within the required tolerance. Okay, this is a tapered plug gauges and it is a tapered ring gauges. Okay, so the end is made of taper. Thread plug gauges. So thread plug gauges are also available, used for checking internal threads of go and no go variety. Okay, so they are used to measure the hole diameters. Okay, based on the same principle as cylindrical plug gauges. It works on the same principle as cylindrical work gauges. Go end is a longer end, should be turned in flush to bottom of hole. No go end just start into the hole and become snug before third thread enters. Okay, so this is a thread plug gauges. Okay, and this end is no go end, this end is the go end. It is made longer, this is made shorter. Okay, this is a thread, this is made longer. So go end, this is no go end. This is go end and no go end. Thread ring gauges. So thread ring gauges are available. So they are used to measure the shaft. Okay, they are used to measure the bolt dimensions of bolt, etc. Okay, so they are of different sizes. Then snap gauges, one of the most common type of comparative measuring instruments, faster to use than micrometers. They are much faster than micrometers. Used to check diameters within certain limits by comparing part size to preset dimensions of a snap gauge. Okay, they have a C-shaped frame with adjustable gauging anvils or rolls to set the go and no go limits of the part. Okay, the next diagram shows this is an go end. So adjustable anvils are provided to set the required dimension, and this is a not go end. This is also you can set the required dimensions. And this end is go end and this end is not go end. This is called snap gauge. It is used to measure the diameter of the shaft. Okay, feeler gauge. Feeler gauge is also known as the thickness gauge. It's an accurately manufactured strip of metal that is used to determine the gap or clearance between two components. This can be used in workshops and machine shops to measure the thickness. Okay. So feeler gauge can be used to check the following: piston ring gap, piston ring side clearance, connecting rod side clearance. Then radius gauge is a tool used to measure the radius of an object. Radius gauge is also used to measure the object. Thread pitch gauge. So the pitch of various threads can be measured using this thread pitch gauge. Okay, thank you.